Well, we're back in the Car Connection workshop. Another little piece that we're going to take care of. Looks innocent, but it really isn't. And how we take care of it matters so that we don't end up rusting out the side here. And you can see there's a little bit starting right here. So we want to knock this out, but we want to make sure we get this acid out of here, battery acid. So even though it looks very innocent, left alone, you'll lose the tray because it's already got a little bit of rust right here. That's the only rust on this car. So we're going to make sure we do this right. We're going to neutralize the battery acid. And see this crud here? That looks innocent too. We're going to blow that out of there and wash that out of there as well. So first of all, first and foremost, we want to make sure that we neutralize this out. Is belt sheet, anyone? You know, there's this thing going around. I got to knock this one out. Skippy, I got to knock this one out. Apparently there's somebody online somewhere that says that the belt sheets don't work because they lose their smell. Okay. It smells totally like belt sheet to me. And I'll tell you, these have been in there since 2008. What do you think, Skippy? And here's another one. Here, smell this one. I'm protecting the heater box. I put these in there, Bounce brand, not dollar store, in 2008. Would you say they smell? That one not so much?
A little bit less.
Okay, I have one here like a bow tie. Let's check it. And I tie them on the ignition wires because the mice, for some reason, like to eat the spark plug wires. So let's see. This has been in here since 2008. Well, who tied this? Come on now. It was probably me. Yeah. So I'm going to fix that real quick. Watch. Watch me dance. No, you don't want to watch me dance. That would be, you'd have to have treat. Yeah, you're right. Skippy said it. You'd probably turn the channel. So let me just grab this, cut it off. There we go. Let's see. Sniff test. Pretty good, right? So for those, whoa, nice. I'll save those. I can use them again. So these have been in there since 2008. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if you dug these up out of landfill from 2008. Do they still smell? But that's, I just blew a hole in that theory. That's not true. They lose their smell. Now, if you happen to use the dollar store brand, I would say they don't work. But I'll tell you, from what I know in all the years I've used the bounce sheets, I tie them around, I put them everywhere under the hood. I actually scooped up a bunch, but I left those ones there on purpose so that you could see. It's not true. I defunct that. It's a myth. All right, I got this product here, and I always have kept it. Here's another piece of that special wiring, look, right to the battery. One of those wires was connected here, and I think that's probably why I don't have any dash lights at the moment, because this unique wiring, it pulled out, and this would be live, and it sparkled, and it popped the fuse for the dash light. So I got to make sure I check that, but we're going to get rid of this right now. Yeah. This is the little stuff you have to chase down, and as you're pulling any connectors apart, put some dielectric grease in there. It's just, you know what, it's a maintenance, and it's worth your time. It is really worth your time. Somebody did a bit of, well, they did they actually solder that? I'm not sure. I can't see. That's not any of my doing, but I can't take I can't take the credit for that. But this stuff just is stupid. Anyhow, file that. So we need to neutralize this acid, and this is a product from Zepp, and it's called Battery Terminal Cleaner and Leak Detector. So it's going to show you where the acid is. So we're going to spray it down. Come on, buddy. Give it to us here. There we go. And don't be afraid of this, because it can just be washed down afterwards. I believe you can still get it. This can has lasted a long time. So I want to get all around and underneath that cable so that we can make sure that we're neutralizing the acid. If you don't have this, you know what you can use is baking soda. Is just dampen it, dampen the area, and then put baking soda on it, and it will work. This has an indicator in it that will show us the battery acid, but I think this can is starting to leave us now. It's really good. I'm going to check with Zepp and see if I can still get it, because it's really, really good. Yeah, the can is dying. But we got enough on there. It's starting to come alive again. It may just be plugging up. There we go. So we're going to let that do its thing. It's going to neutralize that acid. And again, baking soda works really, really good. I'm going to get underneath there on that crud. Right, I want right around there. Then what I will do is I will let this work for quite a while. Then I will take some hot water and I will wash it down. And then what I will do before I put the battery in is I will soak this down with corrosion free. We call it, my friend Jillian she calls it marmalade, and I think that's so cute. Get the marmalade on there. See, there's even some acid right here on this terminal. See this one here too? That's battery acid on there. So just make sure we get it around. And every plug that you unplug when you're working on, put anti-seize, not anti-seize, but the Sil Glide on it, which is this stuff here. It's good for doing brakes, and it's good for electrical. I've used Clean Flow products for years, and no, they don't support the show, but this stuff is fantastic. It is a dielectric grease. It's synthetic. So every time I unplug a connector, I make sure I put some of that product in there. So this is how you do it. And you take your time. If you don't have this, you can use baking soda. Just take a spray bottle with some water in. Don't use a garden hose. Just spritz it down and sprinkle the baking soda on there. And it will neutralize the battery acid. So you don't have to go looking for this unless you want to. So we'll just put that on the cart. I'm going to see if I can clean that tip out later, and we'll take care of that. So we're just going to leave that and let that do what I want it to do, is to creep and get into stuff and neutralize the acid, and then I'll wash it all down. Now, somebody else has been in here and done us a favor. They put a new starter motor in. But again, look at the electrical connection. It's all rusted on the main terminal. So I'm going to take that apart, and I'm going to finish the job there. I will clean this and put some dielectric grease on it and make sure that it's sealed. And I don't know why we would tighten the wires around the solenoid, but I will make correction on that, because I don't like that at all.
I have a question.
Skippy has a question. Speak up, please.
What is that, crud?
Oh, this is an interesting little piece. Look at Hawkeye here pointing something out. Yeah, this is a padding. And you would look at that and go, I'm just going to rip that out. No, I'm going to wet it down so I can get it back into position. What it does is it insulates the side tubes on your condenser to keep them cold, because they frost over. So this goes up against here. This fastens into the housing of the radiator. So I will wet this down. I'll take it out and wet it down so that it's functional again. I might trim a little bit off it, but I'm going to make sure that goes back in. It seals the side of the condenser when the radiator's in. It pulls itself over here. So, yeah, it's something you wouldn't see. See, this is the thing with the European cars, is if you think they're expensive, this thing is 1992. And it's all here, and it all works. And I will just make it absolutely even better. There's the coil. They hide it way back here so it's not up front where all the road splash is. Your ignition coil's right back there. So I'll make sure I pull the plug off of that and clean it and make sure that the coil's in good shape. But see, the European cars, they think about this stuff. The domestic cars, they don't think about this stuff at all. They really cover their base points and then some, you know, and that's what makes the difference for me. There was a time where I wouldn't work on this stuff, but that I'm so familiar with it now that it's kind of old hat and I'm used to the way they do things. So I just thought I'd show you that. That is a maintenance right there on any vehicle is battery trays, unless they're plastic, and if they're metal, this is what happens to them. They rot out. So I will probably soak that down again, but I will move the car back and then I will flush that out thoroughly and then let it dry, and then I will soak it down with corrosion free. So if you didn't get this morning's podcast, I just started a series on unpacking fall vehicle maintenance. And what is the number one area to start with is corrosion prevention. And it's not funny. And it's not something you do one time and then you say no, or somebody tells you that it voids factory warranty. No, it does not. That's a lie from the pit of hell. They don't want you to keep the cars longer. I've talked about that many times. They want you to get rid of them and stay in the payment program forever. So if you love trading time and going to a job you hate to make car payments and interest payments, you know what? God bless you. You do that. But for me, I'm fed up with it. Many years ago now. The FJ was the last vehicle I put on charge, and I worked my butt off to pay it off in a year. And that was before the big carnival came into town and wrecked a lot of stuff. So we're going to continue on with this. I'm going to formulate a list so that you can see what we're working on next. But the first and foremost is we need a battery. We need the radiator. Then we can run it and we can drive it in and out and continue down our list of maintenance items that we need to get done to put this vehicle back where it belongs, which is on the road. Since 2008, it's been off the road, and it looks like from the sticker, 2008 was the year I bought it. It was still on the road in 2008 when I got it. It was donated. You'll have to watch the first video, the introductory video. Oh, here's another one. Let's test that one, Skippy. See what you think. Does it still smell? Heavenly. I think we could probably put that in the dryer. Well, that blows a hole in that theory. They lose their smell in less than a year. No, they don't. That's a long time. 2008 till today. Do the math. It's 2026. Just so I'm saying. Well, we'll see you in the next one. I'm going to dice, splice, Moulinex, and cut open a radiator for you so you can see what happens. And what I've been talking about for years is cooling systems are the number one most neglected system on any automobile. And we're covering that next in our podcast as well, is unpacking fall vehicle maintenance. Come and check us out. All our podcasts upload to our YouTube channel. So if you're joining us now, you only have 243 episodes to catch up on. You can do it. That's why they make coffee. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for supporting our program partners, Total Freedom, Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA, where a new life changes every single day. Grab some Motormouth gear and know that all the funds from purchasing merchandise in our store gets turned back to Total Freedom Addiction Center so that you can stand with us and our crew to change another life together at Total Freedom Addiction Campuses. We'll see you in the next one. Like, share, follow, your comments down below, and tap into our podcast because there's a lot more information for you there. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Oh yeah, if you're enjoying the videos like I know you are, ring the notification bell. It works.